live. This is the camera right here.
Okay.
Welcome in Ta'alofa, Utah, Ta'alofa, the world. We hope Tongans and Samoans are getting along. Anyway, we're not going to dish any dirt. We're just going to get started. We apologize for the delay, but we are here. And yes, we are truly Samoan and Tongan. Throw your T's up. That's why we're starting late. But we have a special guest, my cousin Javi. We'll get to Javi a little bit, but we wanted to bring on a special friend of ours who is helping champion a space in West Jordan called One Love Kava. Let's call TJ. We're going to bring him onto the FaceTime. Have you heard of this thing called FaceTime?
A little bit. You know what I mean?
It's like a video.
Right.
Let me give it to you in an accent we can understand.
Right.
It's a video we can talk.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, TJ. What's up? Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, TJ? Is my ukulele still there?
Whoa. Wow, is this where you want to talk to TJ?
No, just
You know what? We're Tongan. You can keep it. You know, once you give something.
It's getting just because Lord knows I don't know how to play.
Oh. Well, we better not see any pictures of you holding it then. No. All kidding aside, I was just telling Javi that reason why we're having you on is because you're helping champion this space in West Jordan called One Love Coffee, One Love Kava Lounge. I saw you there last week. Cindy, I saw you there last week, and I was surprised to hear from you that there isn't really a space like this for our LGBTQ community. Please elaborate a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, I do have to say this. I mean, there is one. I've gone a couple times, but everyone has their own atmosphere, style and things like that. But One Love definitely caught my attention. And so this Saturday, thankfully, first of all, I want to thank you and Cindy for the initial invite for me and Siu, part of the Four Real Ladies and the Lady, to come out and check it out. And then also the owners, Jesse, Yoshi, and Caesar, for allowing the opportunity for me to, host such an event. But, it's one of those things where not only did I love the vibe, but it was just one of those great alternatives to alcohol for me, And then knowing, I mean, the name speaks for itself, like One Love, I felt it. You feel that vibe as soon as you walk in. And so
Can I ask you really quick, TJ?
With the owners allowing this Saturday's event to happen, it gave me the, opportunity to open it up to the LGBTQIA plus community.
Can I ask you really, really quick? You mentioned the business owners, the guys over there at One Love Tattoo, One Love Coffee. What does it mean to have open-minded business people that, and I'm not saying that they don't see people, but they understand that green money spends the same, regardless of who you are.
No, but you're absolutely right. Having only met them that night, their presence, just there, serving the kava, just like, talking with all of us patrons and stuff, to me showed not only did they care about their business, but they cared about us, the patrons that were there. And, you could feel that. And that's the part of the many vibes that I fell in love with.
Now it's not predominantly a kava space. I mean, people from all walks of life can come in there. Is that the vibe that you were talking about that made you feel at home, if you will?
That's exactly what it was. Exactly what it was just what you said. And, being able to see the variety of cultures that were there. It wasn't just Polynesian, there was Caucasian, there was Hispanic, like I said, and what you said, it was a space, that you felt comfortable and just open to be yourself, and then enjoy, of course, the kava, But, I even thought it was, amazing for the owners to not only, like you said, have the One Love tattoo shop next door, but the One Love Kava during the day, and then those specific nights have the One Love Kava Lounge,
So what's happening Saturday? Let's put a call to action. If anybody, first and foremost, if you want to find out what kava is, a cool place to hang out, you got to go there. But what is the added bonus for me to show up this Saturday?
Added bonus would be just the atmosphere, really, and then getting to know and meet the owners, and then, just like the night that I first met you and Cindy there, my relatives, coincidentally walked in, and it picked up the vibe. So for me, this Saturday, specifically, of course, we wanted to advertise the fact that it's a night dedicated to the LGBTQIA plus community. Giving the alternative to the typical bar and dance clubs and things like that. So that I would say would be the most I guess expressed advertising for this Saturday would be for that.
Do you guys have? Is it a theme night? Is there a name for this Saturday night?
So there's no theme night other than LGBTQIA plus Kava night. Obviously open to all and anyone that wants to join us.
So it's not get it how you can get it then. That's not the theme this Saturday. Get it how you can get it. No, I'm just somebody's asking over here. Okay, I'll ask your question, sir. Okay. They want to know, is it get it how you get? I don't know what that means.
And hey, Javi, maybe I'll bring the ukulele and I'll jam fest in that night.
Maybe we might have jams.
Really quick. What?
It is this Saturday. Again, it starts at 9 p.m. and the owners, typically their Kava nights go from 9 p.m. to midnight, but because it's going to be such a special event, it'll go until 3 a.m. This Saturday.
Wow. Now, I wanted to ask Javi, because you perform around the state, around the country. What's it like hearing TJ talk about a space where everyone can be welcome at? What have you seen a lot of places like this around?
I've seen a few, but I'm happy that there's more spaces that are being opened for our people, and to have alternatives like what you're saying. I really love that aspect of it, the alternative to going out to the club, going and kicking it. I mean, we've been in those scenes a lot, you know what I mean? So, one too many of those scenes.
Wow. Right. Is this a confession hour? Today was a confession hour.
Right. No, but that's nice vibes before the Sabbath, you know what I mean? That's pretty cool.
what?
You know what I mean? Lead you into the Sabbath nicely. You know what I mean? So when you go to church and you know what I mean? That part.
This is the kind of vibe you're gonna have, though, right? This is what you're talking about, right, TJ?
Absolutely. You're right, Buddha. In that sense, this literally is that vibe, and then some. But the one thing I do have to say is space is limited. So all of y'all that are interested in coming, first come, first serve. So get there early enough so that you have a spot.
How do we get the information? Can we send people maybe to follow your page? I know the address. It's 7136 South Redwood Road in West Jordan, right next to One Love Tattoos. But you're the one I want people to come and follow you, because we want to get the information straight from the horse's mouth. No pun intended. Sorry, I know you're coming. Sorry. That's the only American saying I know.
No, yeah. So it is, like you said, that's the address, 7136 South Redwood Road. This Saturday, 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Again, the space is limited. I mean, I can't express that enough. Tonight is when I finalize with the owners, with Jesse and Caesar, the details. And then either tonight or tomorrow morning, we'll have an actual ad posted, and then share. So.
Well, we can remind people to also go back and watch this video as we have announced it in the beginning of it. But, tell them we're out here. Yeah, we are hustling, guys, okay? We're trying to get this thing going. So thank you so much for spending time with us as we open up Budahs Lounge. Any other parting shots before we say goodbye to you, TJ?
No, that's about it. And I appreciate you, Javi, good to see you. And Everyday People, the Pacifica chapter. You guys are always showing one love. So join us at One Love Kava Lounge this Saturday.
Thank you so much for answering our call, even with all of these Miss South Pacific stuff going on. Okay, we'll see you until next time. Bye, TJ. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with my cousin right here to the right. But as we say goodbye. Bye. Oh, wait, don't show us all the stuff. Okay, so what do you think, real quick? Because I know you perform in a lot of spaces, and sometimes it doesn't always fit with what you're doing, right, originally. But to hear that people here are trying to champion a space like that for everyone to feel comfortable, what does that make you feel like?
That makes me feel like progress in our community. You know what I mean? It makes me feel like we're getting there. We're getting to these spaces where we're not just the hooligans everywhere, you know what I mean? We're getting to this space where we can be peaceful, we can kick it, we can hang out, and we can be civilized, you know what I mean? So yeah.
We can't, because we can.
Because we can be, you know what I
definitely-
mean?
we got a lot of
Oh,
act
yeah.
right in us.
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
All right, we're going to take a break, enjoy the music and the music video while we catch up with my cousin. We are talking to my cousin, yes, the only Polynesian that I know has a Cuban name, Haviar. You know any other Polynesians named Haviar? Yeah, that's my cousin. With Malialole and so much more. Come on back. Don't move muscle.
In the streets now. I don't complain about nobody trying to block us. Real ones never phased by no imposters. I've been ahead of my time. My tire watches. Bet I stay up on the grind, murky whole roster. Blessed style when I smoke, smoking like a rasta. Coconut water, sip it with some Jimmy Costa. I don't trip on these square ass lanes, man. I came from the streets with these red ass flames. I don't just dream, I plan working, Grim Reaper. I don't got an ass bullet, I so fika. 685 coming out your mama's speaker. Baby, come to me if your man don't know how to treat you. I'm like ice, I'm dangerous to these fiends. Check a rapper quick, fast, and label him seldom seen. Like nicotine, just let it burn. Meanwhile, it's 685 to the world. Get a little more money, and a couple more honeys. Ain't gonna be none of my 99 problems. Need a real 100, I got it. Got a whole pile of dope game on me. Stay solid, whole game roll deep. It don't change without this though. Still up in the streets from now on. More money, more problems. More problems, more gossip, I got it. Don't even trip, whole gang stay solid. One time pass through, whole gang stay silent. Ayo, Jake, I'm surgical with this bitch. I get busy on the mic and just burn them off with the spliff. What's the price for a show? It's about 2 pounds, break bread with my real partners that stay down from the 6'8". 5, I thought I told ya. Born in Auckland City though, like a king cobra. Been all over, got money on the global scale as I bail through the city of sales. And I ain't never gotta act like I got something to prove. Got all my receipts, man, I pay my dues. Lifestyle change up when it comes to the dough. Still, we gotta get a little bit more. Get a little more money, more money, more money. And a couple more honeys. Bag more honeys. Ain't gonna be none of my 99 problems. Need a real 100.
Yeah, I wasn't even supposed to be on the roster. Anyway, hey, sorry. You know, this is a live show, and when the cameras are playing commercials or whatever, the mics are off, we are still having conversations because we are everyday people, and that's just what we do here. But welcome back to the show. I am playing host on Budahs Lounge. My name is Big Budah. I've been part of the Utah media landscape for the last 20-something years, and we decided to do a podcast because my people have not been getting their flowers. That's the whole idea behind this podcast, Javi, is that so many of our people are doing it in the community, and sometimes it's a thankless job, you know, and sometimes our own people don't recognize the efforts that people and individuals like yourself and my Auntie Vita, Auntie Tofi, you know, people like that, they've been doing it for years, and it becomes so common that we take it for granted. So that's why I wanted to do this, just to reintroduce people like yourselves to the community. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest, yes, he is my real cousin. We go all the way back to Haviar Tuitama, American Samoa. Please welcome into Budahs Lounge. Again, do y'all have a cousin named Haviar? I do. My cousin Haviar Hafoka, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother. I want to go back. We were just talking about anybody who sees you and knows you now, Malialole Dance instruction, you're a teacher, you are a cultivator of culture, a librarian of sorts, because that's who holds all of our records and the ability to pass it on to the next generation. I wanted to ask what we were talking about. When did you know? Actually, sorry, I'm going to miss something. And Auntie's going to get mad at me. Let's start from the beginning. Let's talk about your family connections, your family names, where you come from. You know, explain your life so that other cousins will know not to try to date you. Anyway, just I had to say that.
Right, that's it. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for this platform, too, Malo. So I am Haviar Tuitama Hafoka. Hopefully I don't look fat on the couch.
Wow.
I'll look at myself at the
Our cousins always do. We always do that.
I know, right?
Yeah,
With that.
thank
Do
you.
I look like I blend into it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I am Samoan and Tongan. My Samoan side is from Whanganui, Mapsangafo, American Samoa, and FYAH in Western Samoa.
Yoop.
And that is our Tuitama and Iono's family. And then also on our this side was the Te'os, the Mois,
Yeah.
Our pews is FYAH, so yeah. And I have my daughter here with me too. She just came back from American Samoa. My dad still lives there, and so does my mom. And then mom is always back and forth from American Samoa to here. And then my Tongan side, I am from WEHA. And yeah, I know everyone says like, WEHA fight that, and that's the Haviars and the Lekas and the Netanes. And then on my grandpa's side, they're from Kolofa'o, Kolomotua, that's the Hafokas, and the Katames, and the Ledgers. So
I
yeah.
didn't know that's where we connect with the Netanes and the Ledgers.
Yeah. And the Ledgers. I'm one of the Ledgers.
Ray, shout out, rest in peace.
Yep, that's the one.
That's the one. Well, thank you. See, and again, that really is just a genealogy, and just so our OGs can see that we still are connected to our families. And then people who know you, obviously, with our family dance crew, Malialole, you're either drumming or you offer instruction. When did you finally say, you know what? Fine, I'll do it. I'll do what you guys want me to do. When did you stop being Fa'ali?
I think I stopped being like Fa'ali and FYAH gangbanger and FYAH everything, you know what I mean? When I think I was 19, I was about 19 when Auntie Kelly passed away. So I have Auntie Kelly, Sekeli Rio Salima. She's a really big part of the Polynesian community in Independence, Missouri, Kansas City area, and also in California and in American Samoa.
Yes.
So she was a big part of threading the fabric that helped make the Polynesian community. And when she passed away, that's when I knew that it was that time. Like I needed to step up.
That's when the mantle was passed?
Yeah, that's when it was that time. You know what I mean? So.
No, yeah. For me, I love the fact that you have a memory and a date that you know that the mantle. That's when, you know what? That's when I stepped up. Yeah. When Auntie Kelly passed away. Yeah. Just to reiterate a little bit more about our Auntie Kelly, she is the most understanding. I want to say she could see things, if you will. My first day in American Samoa, I'm dressed up like a kid from California, and she just snatches me. I mean, they're all at the Stake Center having basketball. I'm not even on the roster. I'm not even a member of their award. She snatches me, says, "Go change here. I got you to play," and I got to play on the championship game.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, and she was big in sports,
big
in culture, big in everything. So yeah.
So, but to say that that's where your love and your understanding of what you're doing comes from, I echo it 100% because she was exactly like that wherever she was at, in American Samoa, here in the mainland, in Hawaii. And Auntie Kelly never changed. So you got we come from good. We have great examples.
Yes,
I would say that we have great examples. You know what? I'm having a bit of a mic issue. I know what it is because I'm the one who did it. It's scratchy. We're gonna change out mics for just a quick second, but we'll play a song in the video. This time it's just my own fault, okay? Don't go anywhere. We got so much. We're gonna talk about Malialole. We're gonna talk about Disney live action, all kinds of stuff. Well, stuff that we can talk about. Sorry, okay? Come on back. Check. How does that sound? That sound better? Okay. Live show. You know what it's like. Hey. You know it's like the kill time stretch. You know when you look over at he's like, they're not ready yet. We were gonna go to Tonga, but you know what? We're just gonna hang out here at the Solomon Islands for a little bit longer. But welcome back to Budahs Lounge. My guest today is my cousin Haviar Hafoka. He is well known in the community. I wanted to ask about some of the things I didn't even know. You're a teacher. Tell me about the other things besides the luau's and the instruction with music and dance that we should know about.
So I'm actually a school teacher in Solid School District. I teach dance, I teach performing arts. I've been at my specific school for 15 years. And then,
That's a career, man.
Yeah, but I also worked in corrections for a long time too. So, all of us been in those sort of circuits
Yes.
at JJS. So.
Yeah.
And I just came from school too. So shout out to all my Northwest kids. I actually have some gifts from
Northwest.
some of our Northwest kids in Rose Park too.
What?
So,
Rose Park?
Because some of them were going to come with me today, but then there was a lot of things going on. So one of them actually gave a special gift for some of you guys. And
Okay.
Then, so we have that we're going to give you guys later.
We'll dive into that a little bit later.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
thanks, Javi.
Yeah.
No, you're making a difference. You're living actually what a lot of our uncles and aunties did. They taught school and they passed on the culture.
Yeah.
So it's for me that gives me some confidence that some of our families still doing what we're supposed to be doing. I didn't say me. Some of our family members. I wanted to talk real quick because you have your own projects, right? I know you're helping out with the dance instruction. Thank you so much for that, for passing on the culture. But you have dreams too. I know you have aspirations. Can I ask, what can you tell me about movie projects as far as like having your art in it or maybe songs? How successful and to what extent can you talk about?
So I just like little I was able to work on a live action of a movie and was able to implement things that we've learned in our family culture-wise.
Can you say the movie or can I say the movie?
Maybe we could say. I don't know if we're allowed to say it. So like,
It's a Polynesian movie.
It's a Polynesian
Yeah.
movie. So you'll see.
What's another word for the ocean?
It's another word for the ocean. So if
Yeah,
you know that
yeah,
word,
there we go.
That Austronesian Polynesian name for that.
It's, you know,
So
yeah.
I had the privilege to be in.
Because we ain't trying to get sued.
Right, exactly. So I had the privilege and honor to be a culture consultant on the actual movie, and then work with the individuals on there to implement cultural designs, Polynesian designs. And luckily, our family comes from a long lineage of it in FYAH.
Yeah.
And from FYAH too. So we've been learning a lot of these different things, even from my Tongan side too as well. They practice a lot of these things. So in implementing it within the movie was really easy. And to be able to share it, and to represent Utah specifically, it was pretty cool. You know what I mean? So I was repping Utah to the fullest, you know what I mean? And also being Tongan and Samoan.
Were you
know what I mean?
surprised at all at the levity they were letting you guys? I mean, all the stuff they were allowing. Did you ever get? I would have gone in thinking, watch, they're going to say no to this. Watch, they're going to tell me not to do this. Or did that ever happen?
Well, it did happen to a certain extent, but as far as like reference-wise, we don't have too many references until more modern context now in New Zealand and Australia, where like you have to cite references.
Yeah.
It's harder in our culture because we don't have those sorts of
Takai,
things.
takai,
You know what I mean?
takai,
We
you know.
don't have those sorts of things, so we are the references. We're living references. So
We're the original.
yeah, we are the
my
original.
gosh.
We're voyagers.
Oh my God. No,
we
you
are
know what?
voyagers.
That just hit me because they're going off of their written history.
Yeah, they're going
right?
off written history.
And that's how they can make references when ours have always been, in Samoa they call it pinge whaamau, right? They would always say like an adverb or something like that, and they would say, that was from so-and-so back in such and such village. Even though it's not written down, we are the, oh my gosh.
And we have those connections and we understand these different aspects of our culture that we're able
That's
to.
amazing.
And I was able to help and implement those different aspects of our culture.
You've got to have felt some
so.
kind. Please tell me you felt some kind of
I did.
mana, and what was
Man,
that
I
like?
felt a lot of mana, a lot of energy. I was able to meet a lot of really cool people that I probably will talk about way later on, but yeah, a lot of individuals in our community that helped make that film successful.
Did you
So
meet
it
the
was
one
cool.
guy that likes to smell things that's cooking?
I don't know. Maybe. No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
you didn't
this
meet.
time around,
Oh,
so yeah.
okay.
No, but I had the honor
Look at
to
us
meet
talking in
a
code.
lot of other people. Right. There was an individual that was a really famous actress in our Polynesian community. And one of the first, and she's the one that cooked the man some bloody eggs.
Oh.
But she was on there.
She
and
what?
I was able to have lunch. with
No.
her. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. So yeah.
Are you being
Just
serious
fit
right
the context. You probably know who it is. Yeah. But I was able to hang out with her, get some insights, feel her mana too, and it was really cool. So she's a part of the film, and it was cool to see a lot of our Pacifico people a part of the film too.
now? No.
Right. Right, that part.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Right.
Bro, that was so amazing that you
Yeah.
got to rub shoulders with our people's
Yeah,
elite.
with our people, yeah, exactly.
That was great.
And then putting them back on a pedestal. I think too often is that we don't acknowledge ourselves, and that's like what I'm saying. With you, I'm happy for this space because we don't acknowledge ourselves and put ourselves on a pedestal when we are masters at our crafts, masters at our culture, masters at a lot of these different things. So,
I would have loved to pick her brain, man.
yeah, it would, man. If I could, I would have sat
No,
there.
I
and
know
more.
those things are
You know
so
what I mean?
short.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aside from that, how long has it been since you had been back to Hawaii? And did you get to see some of the sights? Did you go? Everybody asked, did you go to Foodland for poke?
You know we always do. You know what I mean? So we. I was actually in another state for the main parts of it, but I recently was back in Hawaii. We took Donna Maria out there, and we're going to be taking another little tour of reggae artists out there soon. So
No, was Georgia the other place you were at?
Yeah, Georgia was another place.
Man, there's a lot of stuff happening in
There's a lot
Georgia
of
with
stuff
film
out there.
production.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the Hollywood of the South or something. You know what I mean? It's nice. It's cool out there.
Okay, being around creative people, and I know this, it also helps you be more creative, and it actually also can help you make some ideas come to fruition. What personal projects are you working on that maybe got seed planted from either Georgia or Hawaii? Do you have a film? Are you working on? Do you have a score that you on? I mean, me and Zita were watching the Grammys. I didn't even know there's a Hawaiian guy that won another Grammy. I didn't know there was.
That. That's amazing. Yeah.
I was like, who is this guy? I'm like, you're not in the action. So anyway, sorry, just my cousin. You know, I'm
right. No, exactly.
Can you speak to that?
I think leaving from there, I was inspired to launch. We have a new series that's with Salt Lake Arts and Recreations, as well as Salt Lake Arts and Recreations. It's also with the Salt Lake County Library.
Sorensen, right?
We're in with Sorensen campus. So it's these little sort of concert vignettes of individuals in our community that's made an impact, but are performers. And it's called Memoirs in Movement. And it's also called A Portrait of Performance. So we're highlighting different individuals in the community, also some of our own dancers, and individuals over here that has made an impact in like, again, threading the fabric of what Salt Lake is and Utah is. So I feel like being out there inspired me to come out here to amp up our own people, because our own people too out here in all different capacities, man, we're doing a lot of things. And a lot of people don't realize Utah's a trendsetter for all the Polynesians here in the United States. So whatever we do, if you make it or break it over here, then you can make it anywhere with Polynesians.
I have heard that from our cousins from other parts of the state. They would come here and I would, maybe because we're so used to it, right? We have Polynesians on TV and radio. And I would hear from them, and this is not, I'm not flexing or anything, but I would hear from them, so you should go to Utah. Every Polynesian is thriving, and they got dudes doing movies, they got dudes in commercials, they got influencers, they got. In my mind, I'm like, y'all could do the same thing.
Right.
What's holding y'all back over there? Yeah. America should be a land of opportunity everywhere. But what makes Utah so unique for us?
I think it's because we're in the middle of nowhere, kind of. And because we're in the middle of nowhere, we had to bring in our own resources. We had to bring ourselves up. And then because we're also in the middle of nowhere, it made us more connected and more stronger connected too. And so we're like a little mecca of like Polynesia out here. Everything that happens out here, like even for artists, I can say this too. If you don't make it in Utah, if your show is like a bust in Utah, you can't. It's going to be harder everywhere else. Like we're like the trendsetters for the Polynesians in the United States, especially a lot of the things that we're doing. We're the only state in the United States that celebrates Pacific Island Heritage Month specifically.
Isn't that crazy?
In August, yeah. And then we're also the only state that has these sort of charter schools that are for Polynesians too. Yeah. Not saying that Hawaii already has their charter schools for Pacific Islanders, but I'm saying I feel Hawaii as a country, as in Polynesia.
It's kind of default, right? It's kind of,
that's a little different, you know what I mean? But that's another story. And we're also the only ones that have these Pacific programs and all these thriving programs that you can get school credit for in our schools and in higher education and everything else.
Do you credit that to having leaders, kind of like Sean Reyes, in positions that, you know, they don't always look like us, but having somebody that looks like us, sounds like us, and understands what we're doing, does that help?
To speak for us, most definitely. Even like Jake Fitzumanu.
Oh yes, Jake. Sorry, yeah. Shout out to him,
Maunga, of course. We have Sean Reyes. We also have Doug Fiafia. We have all these individuals that help speak for us, and when they're in these very community active spaces, they help us to have a voice. One individual that always was a big example for me was Jake Fitzumanu when I came out here, as well as Margarita Satini. They were the voice of change. They were the individuals that were pushing a lot of the envelope of things that you don't customarily see within Polynesians. So they definitely were trendsetters in our community.
I would even say, I would dare say that they were probably our first unofficial watchdogs.
Yes.
With those names that you mentioned, Margarita and Jake. And Jake has used that to propel himself into another position where he can actually affect more change for our people. So very proud of those individuals.
And you helped a lot too, you know what I mean?
Very kind.
So like when your face is on the TV, it's more common to be like, oh yeah, they're Polynesian. At first, you know, a lot of people still don't know what Polynesians are, and it took a movie for more people to understand what we are, that we're actually a living, breathing people, you know what I mean? But you helped that too here in Utah, so yeah.
Well, thank you.
Accolades to you, man, and much props to you because you made it possible to know that people can be on camera, people can be in podcasts, people can do all these and be in these spaces, so yeah.
Well, I hear your mom through your speech. You know, your mom was one of bro, why do you have to do this to me? Tivita was one of the few supporters through thick and thin. It didn't matter what the hell I was going through. And Tito Fi and Tivita were they were my biggest supporters. So, and your mom knows that I will do anything to help our family in that regard. And I'm confident, I am so mimika that you, my cousin, have taken on the mantle, and because I couldn't do it. I'm still Fali, and you know your mom knows it too. But thank you for taking on a mantle. It is a thankless job many times, but I don't know where we would be without individuals like you. So Faftai, Fatmalo, thank you for introducing the series, this new series. I can't wait to see it, and I hope that it'll be offered online. Let's take one more break. We'll come back and we'll continue our conversation with Javi. I'd like to talk about the music school and the students because as a teacher, my mom and dad would always say, if you want to see how good the teacher and how well they're doing, all you have to do is look to the students. And I've seen your students, they are smiling from ear to ear. So don't move a muscle. We're continuing this conversation with my cousin Javi. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Budahs Lounge. We're talking with my cousin Javi. Sorry, we're just talking about our family stuff and how we fall into our different roles. This is what we were saying off camera. If you're from Falengu, and you're a young adult, you're going to grow up learning to play an instrument, and stop me if I'm wrong, you're going to learn how to dance, or you're probably going to hold the mic and MC and host the show. One of those three things, if not all three at the same time, can be true if you are born from FYAH. True or false?
It's very true, and you could see that in other states too. Like there's a lot of individuals that are from FYAH, and for some reason, everyone's just really amazing at music.
And they're doing shows
dancing,
everywhere.
They're doing shows everywhere, you know what I mean? And then they're impacting Hawaii, and they're impacting California. So yeah, you see a lot of FYAH people. So yeah.
And chances are we're all related. If you're from
Most likely.
FYAH, we're probably related. So anyway, welcome back into Budahs Lounge. We're talking to Javi about all things in the community. Just, you know, you're visible, you're doing a lot of these things, but really it's the love of community is anybody who knows you, you would take your shirt off. You'd give your shirt off your back to help a fellow person, human being, not just Pauline, not just, you could be white, black, it doesn't matter. This I know to be true about you. You will help out any person who's in need. How do you cultivate that with kids from different backgrounds and different schools of thought? You know, as a teacher, what's your train of thought?
I think it's just connecting to them how we would connect with our own Pacific Island kids. So one thing that I do, I cherish is that we also grew up in California. You know what I mean? So we're all California people too. So we grew up around a lot of Latinos. We grew up a lot of Mexicans.
Yeah.
The majority of the students in the demographic that we teach just happen to be Latino and Polynesian and African. So we're able to reach them in these different levels, and I think doing it through music and through dance helps out a lot. A lot of our people, a lot of our marginalized communities, if you will, they connect a lot better to one another with music and through dance. So I think we've been able to kind of unlock that sort of key with our kids, through music, through dance, so specifically through the arts.
Do you see, is the future of our culture, is it in good hands? I know you see a lot of kids, but I'm more talking about our family, right? Yeah. I don't know who's going to step up when you're not doing it. Who's our next Javi?
I feel like there's a lot.
You know,
I feel like there's a lot in training. Yeah, like
okay.
I've been seeing more potential, especially with the things we've been doing in the community with Who Got Roots, our high school festival, cultural arts festival, and so much more. There's been a lot more stepping up, and especially because they're so far removed. You know what I mean? The only things they've been learning is learning dances and stuff in their family or at church, or if they're in a dance group. So unless they're like fully immersed in it, they're not getting that sort of thing. So I feel like when we've been offering a lot of these programs, it's helping them a lot. So to cultivate that.
And you're in the same lane that I am. That's exactly where I was going, is the Who Got Roots, right? If there are kids who are not sure about their culture, where do they go? Maybe parents are working 2-3 jobs still, right? And they can't really share. That's where I wanted to go to, is that there are programs like Who Got Roots that, if at the very least, they know a dance from their native country.
Yes.
You know, that's the very least. But put us on game. What is the overall idea and hope for Who Got Roots?
So our hope for Who Got Roots is to help, first of all, connect our youth with their beautiful cultures, their rich culture of the Pacific, have a sense of identity, enhance linguistic skills, just cultivate their arts, cultivate themselves as individuals, highlight academia within our Pacific Island people, and just help them be the best they can be as a Pacifica person. Because, you know, if you don't know your roots, then you don't know anything. You know what I mean?
You're not secure.
Like, yeah.
No,
exactly.
there's no. I know there's a saying. I don't know if it's Tongan or Samoan. I couldn't remember the saying that your roots need to be strong, or you'll just be flailing all over the place, right? And so I love that you're taking the kids back, and even if it's just one dance, at least they have something as an identity for them.
And there's something that they can connect to. So I know, like, going back to the music and the dancing, for some reason when you hear the music, when you feel the dancing, you start feeling the energy of your people through your feet, through your body, and through your soul. And then it starts exhuming who you are, you know what I mean, as a Pacifica person. We're fortunate that we're first generation here. We're not too far removed, but now all the kids, a lot of them have never been to the islands, a lot of them never been growing up where they have parents that can hardly speak English in their home. So now it's something where it's just very common to be Pacifica out here, you know, in the United States. So it's bringing it back, letting them to understand the power they have, you know what I mean, as a people.
Making it normal.
Yeah, making it normal, that normalcy of like, hey, I'm Polynesian, I'm proud, I'm strong, I can do all this. I can speak my language without feeling embarrassed. I can do these sorts of cultural things without feeling embarrassed too. You know what I mean?
We have a cousin in Hawaii, Vern Peters. You know, he speaks Japanese fluent. So we're sitting around in the bowl, and one guy who's not Polynesian says, "Hey, you speak Japanese?" And without skipping a beat, the way he thinks, like, doesn't every Samoan speak Japanese? You know, it's like, doesn't every Polynesian? Like, yeah, we travel, we speak. What? It should be surprising.
Yeah,
That's just what we do.
Exactly.
You know? Because of the temperature of the community and the political climate that we're in, I wanted to ask, how many unique opportunities do you have with your look? If people just see you get out the van,
right,
and they're expecting that hey, there's a group coming to perform in a luau. Oh, that's them right there.
Yeah.
The first person they see is you. You have tattoos. You're an ominous figure. You are a big guy. You have tattoos on your face. You know what Post Malone feels like.
Exactly.
When they look at him and they see that.
Yeah.
How do you? What's your go-to icebreaker to make this person who sees you understand? Hey man, I'm safe. I'm just here for a good time. Don't let this fool you. I'm a good guy.
Right.
Yeah.
In our culture, whakakata. In Tongan culture, whakakata. Jokes and love always win everything.
Can you stop at just fakas?
Right.
Do you have to say
Fakas
the
and
kata?
katas.
Oh, fakas and katas.
Fakas,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, Hawaii people. Sorry, Hayati. Sorry.
Faka. So like we
Told you we're from Falangu.
Right. So I feel like it's just whatever energy exudes.
Okay.
I noticed that it is very much like that, especially in these professional spaces.
Yeah.
Right when we walk in, they're like, "Hi, sir. The trash can's
deliveries
over
are in the
there,
back."
right? Deliveries over here, or like things like that. Very much
Yeah.
that happens to us often. So that's the first thing that comes out of my mouth. So like, so do you work? Do you? And I was like, sometimes. And I was like, you know what I mean? So often the icebreakers always have to be just a happy and contrite sort of spirit and like joking. And I notice joking helps out a lot, especially when it's someone be like me. I look like crazy. Like if I'm not talking, then someone's like, "Oh man, that person came here to rob me."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
So let me hear your answer. I want to hear your answer.
Yeah.
So what do you do for a living?
Drugs. No, just joking. I'm playing.
What do you got on you?
Right. No, just playing. No. But when I say, "Oh, I'm an actual teacher. I'm a cultural practitioner," they're like, "Oh,
Margaret, he teaches in the prison."
Right.
He teaches in prison.
Right. So
God bless your heart.
I know. And then I think it's the more we kind of break the ice and just joke around with people, then they start feeling more comfortable. Like, man, you really made me feel intimidated. I don't know why. I mean, no, it's just because of my look, just specifically. But when I talk and I'm around you, then you realize I'm not any threat to you. You know what I mean? So,
He has a white accent.
Yeah,
Sorry. I didn't want to say it that way.
You realize I'm not like a threat to you. So, and
He's a real teacher.
Right, he's a real boy. So, so I think the more that we just try to be ourselves, like in that sort of way.
Cindy likes to call that code switching, by the way. We like to code switch.
So I guess it's code switching.
Code switching.
I don't know what code switching is. But
don't act like you didn't see Serena Seawalk on
No, I know.
okay?
I did see her Seawalk, but you know, after the second quarter, we just kind of stopped watching because I am from Kansas City, and Missouri. I'm born.
I remember. Yes, sorry.
I was born there, so like, yeah.
It's not a good. That's okay.
But it's okay. We
But how about the halftime show? Was the halftime show okay?
It was. I don't even know. I stopped watching after that. We're like, but I did see that they ain't like us. So
No. Yeah.
So it's true. I think just joking around, it does help. It helps break the ice and create an atmosphere where people feel like they're. It's more conducive to speaking and to connecting. You know,
I want to say stuff like, "Come on, dude, y'all got Jelly Roll, really?"
Right.
My cousin got two tattoos right here.
Right, I know, right?
You know,
I look crazy too, huh? And then when we have parent-teacher conference, which we have next week, some of the teachers.
Show me what you have on your hands. Let me. Was that an F? Was that an F first? Looks like
it actually says Rock and Pony.
Sure.
Right.
It looks like the first one was an F.
Right, it probably was before, but you know, we
get caught by our parents.
Right.
Do we have time to take one more break? You know what? Actually, you know what? There's like, can you just hand me that? Yeah, let's just bring that. Just bring it on in. Can you introduce?
Yeah, come, Malialole. So this is my daughter right here, Malialole. And she
That's
just
how
came back from
That's
Ups
how
on the
crappy
Phone.
of an uncle I am. I don't come
Right.
around, guys. Sorry,
Right.
yeah. People are like, I thought that's, yes,
This
but
is
I don't
who
come around,
our dance
okay?
group is actually named after. So
Have a seat, have a
we're
seat.
actually
Sounds
celebrating
great.
our 20 year this year too. So that's why we're doing a lot more things in our community. We also have a big show coming up at Repertory Dance Theater in May that you'll see more of that too. And we have a lot of community highlight things too.
Come close
going on.
because you're not mic'd up. I want to make sure we can try to
And then
try to hear the mic.
here, give Miss Surplus give this to her. She's gonna be the one to sing on this right here.
Okay.
So yeah, this is your beautiful niece right here, and she had an opportunity to live out there, and she went for a semester out there, and she's going back to dad out there in Samoa. So.
Wait, let me ask you, what's it like with having a dad like this, being around with Javi all around, entertaining, all right, always having to smile. I'm sure. I remember as a kid, my aunties would always say, smile, smile, smile. What's it like?
It's, well, to somebody that's not, like my son, it could be tiring, but with Uncle Javi, it's fun. Yeah.
Just hold it up closer, cause yeah, just so we can hear you. Yeah, hold it up closer. Just hold it.
Hold it?
Yeah, hold it like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So once again, what's it like hanging around with Uncle Javi?
It's really fun. Uncle Javi's always has something to say, a joke to say, or, yeah.
You're like, but watch, say what we practice. No, let me ask for you as a young dancer, really quick, because we see Uncle Javi giving instruction. What's it like as a young Polynesian sharing your culture with everyone through dance and song?
It's definitely an honor to be able to represent for my family, and to represent for our Polynesian community. So it's a blessing.
Yeah. Now, Uncle said that you were gonna sing. So is this an original song, or is this something? Because you guys do performances all around, right?
Yeah.
Set it up for us.
Okay, so this song is it's a Samoan song, it's Samoa, and it's a little OG song. It's called Malialole Dance.
Now, part of this is part of your curriculum as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So a lot of this is what we also teach too as culture practitioner, and we recently had our show, our Memoirs of Movement with Maria Lakalani, and it was a portrait performer. This was one of her pieces, showcasing Siva Samoa and Best Samoa.
Okay. What's the name of the song?
The song is called Malialole Dance. It's an OG song.
Right. Enjoy.
I learned this from mom and from Etsy only. That's the office.
Langila upe se fa'ano anoa o fa'anga mo o ilea no fo Malialole mata ile tele mea upu mata Sauce itu umaya olo lima ole alofa ele mafai anui etele ilo ina ea olo alofa valea ya oela opele la umana mea Ya oela opele la umana mea.
I have two reactions to that song, only because I know where that comes from. Now I understand. So those of you, if you're having some kind of flashback, you're probably thinking about our aunties, the Usos. It was Auntie Tofi, Auntie Oli. Was it Auntie Barb? Was it Auntie Barbara? On the
so.
CD, right? And this was one
Yeah,
of the
that was one of the
songs
songs
that
that-
was
and Auntie
on there.
Tolo, yeah.
Oh my, and it's Tolo, yes, Auntie Tolo. So they were the original superstars in our family. I was the kid who was pressing the CDs. I remember it was a pink and white hibiscus flower, and I was the kid who pressed it onto the CD. and then put it into the thing and then melted the shrink wrap.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, maybe I try to sell it at schools along with the Malaysia Ilisanga CDs, but they were the first CD that I ever pressed and owned. Is our aunties.
That's cool.
So that's actually a great tribute for our family, but also these are songs that are classics that a lot of our older generation is probably like, where did those songs go?
Right.
How come we don't have them anymore? So you're incorporating them into your series.
Yeah, and then we are incorporating a lot of these OG songs back into our series. So reviving all of the oldies but goodies. And a lot of people don't realize too, my mom and all of these guys, they were culture practitioners, they were teachers, they were singers, they were musicians, they were performers in Samoa. You know what I mean? So it's just bringing back that old school and blending it, infusing it back with the new to remind our people and especially our youth of who they are.
How much sleep are you getting? I mean, you're just as busy as we are. You got Who Got Roots, let's say Alofa Samoa.
Yes.
You're out there in Hawaii doing some movie about oceans. I mean, you're teaching it and you're doing it. What have I missed any other projects?
No, we're doing a lot of stuff right now. And then we have performances all the time in between. So we're booked all the way until about November. So yeah. So, and then I'm also on the Living Traditions.
Yes.
The Living Traditions planning committees stuff. So, yeah, I'm on the cultural committee for Living Traditions. If everyone doesn't know what that is, that's the biggest multicultural festival here on the West Coast, and it's here in Salt Lake City, Utah. So
it's an event that you don't want to miss. I wanted to say one more time, thank you so much for coming on and putting us on game. Again, I know you don't want to talk about the stuff you do other than promoting it so that the kids can have a better chance at things. But I have a selfish reason I want to promote you and give you your flowers. You have been one of my cousins that have been doing it year after year, and you still don't have a mansion. You still don't have butlers, but I still see you at our community event, still giving your heart, your blood, your sweat, and your tears. And I do see sometimes people are mean to you and they're ungrateful. I'm here to say, squash all that. None of that matters. You are making a difference in our community. You have been making a difference in our community. Thank you for continuing to blaze the trail and uplift the next generation. In closing, we always end with some fun stuff. I have to ask, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you, what are your thoughts about the Miss South Pacific?
ooh, you know what's so funny? We were just watching that. I thought all of the contestants did amazing. I thought all of the contestants did amazing, and that's all I have to say. Before people are like, "Are you pro?"
Pro, I know they're asking, but what is he? Is he curling an S or is he throwing up a T?
But you know what? I did watch the interview section, and I felt like Miss American Samoa, she killed it on that part. She was amazing. So props to them. Yeah, and props to all of the beautiful ladies that are representing our Pacifico people. Yeah.
Are you still single?
I am still single. So yeah.
But you would like to anyway.
We just
Sorry, Etsy. Sorry. We really want to follow you, so I would love for you to throw out your handle so that people, because in case somebody else has, what's my community doing? Yeah. If they just follow you, they will know exactly where to go at least have an idea. So again, how do we follow you so that we know the info?
So on Instagram and on Facebook, you can go at Who Got Roots Comp, and then you can also go to Alofa Samoa too as well, and you'll see a lot of the things that we're doing, and that's also on Facebook and on Instagram. So.
Yeah, Malia, thank you so much for joining us and for gracing our show with your song. That's our show for today. As we say every day on Everyday People and Budahs Lounge, if we help just one person, then we're doing something. And we also like to say, please be kind. Until next time, which is this Friday, it's an LGBTQ panel. That's right, you don't want to miss it with Lynn Katoa happening this Friday. All right, bye. Thank you so much.
All right, Alphas.
Oh, I love it.
Verses
understand voodoo giving curses, battling cancers like bank robbers snatching purses. My purpose is different, it's hella different. I'ma rock this boat with enough liquor to get the skip of it. Then take over the wheel, now we cruising to me Islam. Drink roots with me roots, introduce you to Polynesians for the simple reason. Palm trees blocking the sun, beautiful skin girls singing songs in native tongues. Smoking ounce to the lungs and just bounce like you sprung. Small acts up in here, just jumping for fun. People say the axe broke, have you mind your laws? Why? Cause mag got fat and fag got mad, you think you fell on. Put your hands on your knees and wiggle your hips, jiggle your waist, then lick on your lips, feeding for six. Turn your hands into fists, put them up to the roof and let the music shake your peripheral nerves loose. Naughty roots, returning to kick it up another gear. You been slapped and smacked by an axe to the ear.
You bounce, bounce, bounce to this.